Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Capo Bravado versus Stumbles. Let's get to it. Capo round one. Judge giving out numbers unheard of, like dog whistles, crazy. Next Friday, Pop stumbles over dog ish. I had them lanes on lock better than Rock Nation. Yeah, it's crazy. Did anything to get fresh, and that produced a Juvie record. That's crazy. Don't care what Stumbles Mama said, like Bobby Boucher teacher. Halloween over. I'm still known for the white girl and walk down Stumbles. Fire, fire. You 50 years old, jumping blonde, N-words, the ish whack. That's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? We don't speak on nothing that happens in the street, but that was crazy. You was fighting Tone Bro, me too. I pitch crack. That was fire. He and the government shut down, snap out of it. The build up to that was crazy. All my kids in private school, the ashtray's the only thing that got a roach on it. Crazy, crazy. Kapo was bombing in the first. I'm not gonna lie. So then Stumbles goes, like, I don't know, you got some antics under your shirt. Worry about what's under mine. Talk crazy. Still back on the block by morning. Alonzo, he set that up real nice. Be ready to take that rap faster than Miss Hustle. Hey, come on, Stumbles. Come on. Don't disrespect the queen. You wildin'. But that was a funny bar, but you wildin'. I done shot at houses my mama told me to get some milk from. Yo, Stumbles be having them reality raps. Like, he's so good with that, and they be hitting. Like, that's crazy. Still pay gravediggers to dig deeper because you 6'1". That's crazy. Katrina should have left you like your father. That's disrespectful. Your ass hanging out that window screaming, help us. Crazy. What you think gonna happen if I catch you at a stoplight? I think things like I gotta trust the 16 like my daughter on prom night. Stumbles was wilding in that first, man. Capo was wilding too. I got Capo with the edge. It's a slight edge, nothing crazy, just the edge. You feel me? So now we go to the second round. Capo goes, uh, he wasn't locked for 18 years. His girl had a miscarriage. Crazy. You ever put bricks on the whip and the tires were still on them? This is that drug talk that I know nothing about, but it's painted so well that I could understand. You know what I'm saying? Chopping China on a pool table like the first rush hour. Crazy. David gonna tell a giant about rock pitching it. Kills me. It kills me. David and Goliath, yeah, biblical. A piece of skin clump like Buddy turning into Sherman. Cover stumbles up like, let me get that water. You know, y'all battlers, we be knowing when y'all stumbling or whatever. As soon as you hit that water a little too long, it's like, all right, we know what's going on with son. But that was a fire bar. I had a grow house, a press machine on Big Pharma. Now that's deep. That's deep. That's a level of writing I never seen Capo hit. That's fire. Fire. That was a little Philly stumbles like Meek Mill on the steps. Mad funny. Last time you got sick, it cost you $100K. Man. Gotta put ice up their ass like they ain't got citizenship. Man, God bless all the families going through that. You know what I'm saying? It's a grave injustice, but God bless the families going through that. But that's a crazy bar. But I did switch hoods on a police chase. Crazy. Hitters and pitchers like Shohei Otani. Jail was more like a pound. I seen him take a lab out the chow hall. Capo's second is his best round in this battle. It's fantastic. Fantastic. Good. Like this is the Capo that I'm a fan of. Like that street talk, just relentless real talk. Like I love this. I love it. Even though a lot of the drug bars sometimes I don't understand, is when they paint it correctly, it's universally understood. So Stumbles goes round two. About to F you up like a pair of white forces at an NBA concert. I'm not gonna lie, that's funny as hell. You give me a bump on stage, I'm gonna be readier than Bobby Brown. Woo. Blood, I don't care where you from, it's where you at now. We was on a different water, we was on the same boat. You protested justice while I stood over my brother telling him stay woke. Sheesh. More dread you got, the longer it's gonna take to find the bullet. He knew how to get rid of that body like K. Michelle. The way he set that bar up was crazy. Only 20, but I would kill you off a perk 30. No problem putting your dog away like the landlord coming. That was round two was fire. They was both bombing. I got Capo in the second, but it's like both of their rounds are really good. But I think I got Capo clear in the second. I had him edging the first and clear in the second. So Capo up 2-0 now. Third round. Getting checks greater than being a star. Even Nike owns Converse. That's fire. Like Capo reached some depths in his writing in his battle. I really enjoyed. I keep up with keys like that. You know what I did with a press machine? Appeal to the masses. Appeal to the masses. Appeal to the masses. It's a little reach, but it's fire. You from Springfield, Mass, where it's dirty N words and stank women? That's unverified. I heard Mass got a couple baddies. That's unverified. Um, I can't speak to the men. I don't know nothing about the men, but yeah. Halloween over, we celebrate a mass killing. Next, it's Thanksgiving. Fire. Why would I give y'all a check to fix my roof? I know people who recovering addicts. Crazy. For this battle, I need 150,000. You fake Stumbles. Funny. Y'all think Stumbles in my class? Stuttering Stanley. Funny. I done broke more bricks down than he said DeSoto Bass, but he meant DeSoto Bass, which is like a complex out there, a little bit of penda, grah. But we're gonna let it rock because you know what I'm saying. I think he used to live out in Dayton, so he's referencing something that he's familiar with. Then stumble. Oh, there was a little bit of turbulence, like this phone falling while I'm trying to read the bars. But there was turbulence in Capo's third. It wasn't clean, like you could tell it was a little bit choppy, brother, a little choppy. So that third was, you know what I mean. But so Stumbles goes. The realest N word from New Orleans is Jessica. They made that official. You know, you talking about Jessica. We don't do the full names. You know what I'm saying? But that was a fire bar. You're going to end up like Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. You know, I don't play about the dead, but salute. I got to sleep with my pistol in case you want to retaliate in my dreams. That's crazy. As a paranoid man myself, you know what I'm saying? I keep something, you know what I mean, in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying? Like a weapon of sorts, but sleeping with the gun under the pistol is kind of, I mean, under the pillow is wild, but I respect it. Um, Sliding on the brim. Okay, that bar was fire, but Cabo not brim. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna mention people's sets on here, but he's not a brim. But nonetheless, it was a fire bar, fire concept. I'm happy you survived Katrina. I hate the N-word that taught you how to swim. Yo, Stumbles is funny as hell. Like, yo, that's crazy. I flood your crib so fast, you would have thought the levee broke again. That was crazy. Instead of hitting the sun, it, instead, it hit the son and it hit the mother in a different way. Is a crazy bar the way he set it up. My bad for butchering that. You know what's sad? How I could beat you talking about my life and not yours. Well, that's the end of the battle, and I'm gonna keep it tall. I don't have Stumbles winning, but I had Stumbles with a very good performance. I had Capo edge in the first round, so if you got Stumbles in the first, I'm not mad. But I had Capo edge in the first, and I had Capo taking the second clear, and Stumbles taking the third clear. Very good battle. You know what I'm saying? Impressed with both actually. But salute to Capo on his win. So going to the sponsors cut, I've worked with Capo a few times. Great investment, great dude. He's also invested in stuff I got going on outside of battle rap. So Capo's a businessman and a great battler. I definitely encourage sponsors to work with him. He's one of my last few announcements. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the last few. So I didn't work with him all 2025. Last time we worked together was 2024. But we got one more, you know what I'm saying, as I'm walking out the door. But I do want to see a 3 battle run from Capo. He's been working all year, very consistent. I do want to see Capo battle versus Wusa in Orlando. I need to see that. I need to see Capo and Wusa. This battle made me decide I really want to see that battle. I've offered it to both of them. Wu's always been with it. Capo's always hesitated, but I really think that they could get that out the way because it's just when he has a street opponent and they're just rapping street material to each other, he's at his best. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Capo versus Wu in Orlando. I want to see Capo versus Nitty in Phoenix. I want to see Capo versus Calico in New Orleans. Those 3 right there have to happen, in my opinion. But salute to Capo Bravado. This was a Bash Money Christmas, so I'm going to say Merry Christmas to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Nah, Merry Christmas to everybody. Salute to Bash Money. Y'all had 2 dope drops today. Salute to Capo Bravado. Keep stepping into your greatness. We the fans is for the culture, you heard?